Hello, Aries, and welcome to your weekly reading going from the 30th of September through to the 6th of October. Yes, we've got the eclipse coming on the 2nd of October as well, so keep an eye out for that for this week here. Change of format on the Astroflower. You'll find the tarots and messages for the tarot reading will be timestamped linked in the bottom in the description below. So if you want to go to that, more than welcome. Just jump in there and you can go straight onto that. If you want to know how the energies are affecting your Astroflower, we're going to go into that, seeing how what's happening from the sun and the vibrations that are coming through, and how that's going to affect the elements and the particular petals within your flower. So without further ado, let's just go on into what's happening in the sun here. So this is the sun from this week. This is, you can see these bright spots that are around here. That's what we call solar sunspots, as it were. And these sunspots are all to do with fire and air energy as well. This fire and air energy has not really been very present, and we'll see that in a minute. But what the main thing has been present are these wispy lines that go across the sun, and that's what we call filament energies. Now, that's all to do with water. That seems to be the major component. You can see these eruptions that come off on the sun through these filament energies. There's been two or three this week. Nothing major at all. Very, very minor in a lot of respects. You also get these coronal holes at the top, which you can see just here. There was a filament eruption just there next to it. And you can see these coronal holes. Now that's Earth energies that are coming through to the planet, and obviously through the planet into us. But the main element that I think was happening this week, and is going to be happening for the next 2 weeks, and I've been saying this on the energy updates, if you want to know what's going on around about the energies, how it's affecting the earth and how it's affecting you, go and see our energy updates that we do on regularly on the beginning, usually part of the week. And that give you a good idea. But I've been saying for the last I think I started saying about 6 months ago, around about April, May, where I said there was going to be an uptick in the energies in May and June with a lot of solar flares. And then it's all going to die down through to mid-October. And that's pretty much what we're experiencing. And I think these sunspots here, this fire and air energy is going to kick off again from between the 6th and the 20th of October. So be wary of that. But it is mainly air energy, and we don't really see air energy within the components that we see on the sun like that, because it's much more in the air. We don't actually see the air. So let's just see what's been going on with the sun in regards of eruptions and the magnetic field of the earth. If you can see here, this is what is called the X-ray flux, and this is all about the eruptions that are coming off the sun and going off in various directions, sometimes in the directions of the earth, sometimes not. But at the moment, what you can see, there is the uptick that's been going on. It's generally background noise that's been happening. And this is creating the static electricity in the air. And this is where we get the air energy. And this static electricity is going to affect the mental side, the balance of the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So just be a little bit wary of your mental well-being, your mental health. Make sure it's all about oneself, interaction with the world around us. But it has been very constant and very low. So then, therefore, we're going to see changes very abruptly. You'll be able to notice them a lot more. That's what it more so than abruptly. Notice them a lot more than what we normally would do. And one of these other reasons for this is because the magnetic field, or what you could perceive as being like the aura of the earth, is very calm at the moment. And there is some moments here where it's non-existent. And the thing is, if we get 3 bars in the row where there's no green whatsoever, we enter into a thing called the cosmic ray alert, where cosmic rays are coming in. That also creates other issues for the earth, but also for us as humans. But here it's been incredibly calm. And one of the issues that I've been noticing is that it's easy to get ahead of ourselves, to get out of sync with life. And this is something that we really need to be sort of attentive about. And being attentive about it will help us to understand how we push certain aspects of our life according to these vibrations. So let's just see how those elements are affecting your flower, the flower of Aries. And what the first thing you can notice is that you are a pure sign. Yes, you are. You're pure fire. Now, there's only 4 pure signs. There's Pisces, Aries, Virgo, and Libra. All other signs are made up of 2 different types of elements, basically. And you've got this pure cardinal fire that goes around you. And the one other thing that you will notice is that you only have air coming in through there, which comes in from Gemini, which is mutable, and on the other side coming through from Aquarius, which is fixed. Apart from that, you don't have any air inside whatsoever, and probably just as well for a fire sign. You don't want to mix too much air and fire. But what we're looking at really, and as we saw with the filament energies, we're looking at the combination between air and water. And we can see that combination in this section here, where you get that mutable water that comes in from Pisces, another pure sign, mixing with that mutable air from Gemini. That's the main 2 places that it's going to be. I think that's the main point that it's going to be affecting you more than anything else. And what it is because it's going from your karmic path to your future, because that petal there is all about your future and this is your karmic path. It's basically playing with emotions and mental positioning in order to get things, get fun out of life, enjoy life. So it's going to need a little bit of sort of adaptation at the moment, according to what you should be living to what actually produces in the future. And this is where I think you can play a little bit. I think it's very light energy actually for you. Well, you can see that there is a lot of water about, and you get this water fire scenario that is very prevalent within your base. And because there is a lot of that water as well, you could be trying a lot your emotions according to what you want to live in your future. And then that's where you could be questioning a little bit about those emotions according to what you're passionate about, basically. So it could be a little bit of questioning within you as well. But certainly on the outer section there, you have this beautiful crossing of water and fire that comes, water and earth, sorry, that come into your life that's just below you. So you may find that also you are incredibly productive at this time being within the elements of the energies that are around you. So without further ado, let's just go on into your Astroflower, and let's just see what's happening here. We've got the Astroflower here. So here's the general energies that are within you, that are coming out from within you. Let's just see what the messages are for that sort of side. This ties in more to this section here, which is you do have that mutable fire that comes in here and that mutable water. And this could be trying a little bit your emotions as well. I think you might find it a little bit annoying if people don't get the memo around you in your relationship side of life within, you know, it could be with your partner, could be with a future partner. And sometimes you may feel like that it's like, boom, it's like, it's just missing, it's not connecting. And this is where you've got to play a little bit with your visualizations within your third eye in order to get the best results. On your financial side, this is playing much more into the future. This is playing into this section here. And you've got that sort of air coming down and that earth coming down there as well. And because it's fixed as well, I think it's very blatantly clear for you. I think you're driving to a future. And within you, that's what you want out of the situation. You want to drive to that future more than anything else. Let's just see what we're getting there. It's work. Yeah, I think it is work actually for you this week, to be honest. Aries. As I said, I think you've got a lot of work going on in your base, basically in your karmic paths and your connection with the world that is around you. And there you get the Eight of Pentacles, and it's work as in sort of, as I say, trying things out within your relationship side, but also working towards the plan of your future on your financial side. I think that's really important. Let's just see what's going on your karmic path on your relationship side. This is where you might find things annoying. I think it's very, although it's mutable here, I don't think you're willing to, or you shouldn't be willing to cut too many corners on what you want out of life. I think if it's clear for you, I think you should stick to your guns. If it's not clear to you, yeah, it may need a bit of adjustment and an evaluation of what you're doing. Yeah, internal conflict. I think you can avoid a lot of complications. Not internal conflict here, actually, more than anything else. External conflict. It's more of a case of, there's some things that are they're just not worth getting involved with. Some people are idiots. You know what I mean? And they haven't got the memo. They just didn't get it. They didn't get the update. And you're sort of kind of like looking at, there's maybe some people around you just kind of, you're not going to fly off the handle. You shouldn't do. Try and have a control over your emotions, obviously, which can be difficult sometimes for Aries, especially when people are being stupid. But you're not suffering fools gladly. That's what it is on your karmic path. On your connection to the universe, this is playing out a lot more. And I think this is where you get that earth, that cardinal earth with that comes in from Cancer. That cardinal earth and that cardinal fire, you want direction. You want to get out there and get involved. And it almost feels like there's people around you that's stopping you from doing that. Yeah, and this is where you've got to be careful of the disappointment. This is what I'm saying here, and I think this is on very, very fundamental levels. There may be people around you that you just kind of like, why are you being so petty? Or why are you just standing in my way? You know what I mean? What benefits do anybody get in this? Why do you want to have an argument? Let's just get on and enjoy life. I think that's your attitude that you're coming to it. In your past self, and this is where we're moving more into this point here, into your past self, there is a real definition. And I think in your past, you've realised that quality is better than quantity. And you're really starting to push the direction of what you want to have. Yeah, it's all about you. It's you pushing yourself in your direction, making you want to, ensuring your happiness and from your past. And I think you've realised that in the past, sort of saying, if I'm going to be happy, I've got to make sure I am happy. And then I can share that happiness with everyone that is around me, and they can share their happiness with me. It's a fair exchange. Really beautiful sort of thing going on there. On your future self, something coming in here. Very passionate. If you keep your cool this week and don't fly off the handle and don't get disturbed and dragged into conflicts that doesn't really serve you. You've got these 2 5s at the bottom here. It's real transitional stuff. You've got 5, 6 and 7. There's a real development that's going on here. If you do hold your nerve, as it were, I think there's a really beautiful thing that comes out at the end. Yeah, it's your future self is going into something completely new. Maybe it's a case here that you're sorting the chaff from the wheat. Some relationships around you that you just no point having it in within your life, and I think it's becoming very obvious to you. What is the lesson that you come out of this week with? Don't waste your time on lost leaders. Don't waste your time in lost leaders. It's almost like don't suffer fools gladly. And there you go. You get the 9 of Wands. These are your healthy boundaries. This is how you should be treating life around you at the moment. In your one-to-one relationship, I don't think it's about that. I think it's really about, more than anything, about what's going on in the greater picture around you and everything like that. And those healthy boundaries, so you don't get involved and don't get caught up in conflicts that doesn't really serve you. So then you avoid a lot of the disappointment with the world that is around you. So yeah, it's having those healthy boundaries to just allow people to roll off your back like water off the back of a duck. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Your karmic path is played into this, into the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, you know what you want. It's time to go on it. Time to get your success. That's what it's all about. It's being focused on that. And I think that's what you should be focused on there. And I think you should be very steady and consistent, which you're very, very good at, Aries. Once you start applying yourself, if you're being a little bit more sort of consistent within you going after your success, it's on your karmic path to get it, because you've put in the work, and you will put in that work. There is no doubt about it. Let's just see what's going on the on your connection to the universe. Your connection to the universe plays into this as well. It's all about keeping your eye on the goal, keeping your eye on the plan, out with the old and in with the new. I think here is like, when you start a business, I've had many businesses in my life. When you start a business, you're very conscious about every little thing that's going on. And you should always be like that in a way. But also at the time, you've got to trust in the mechanics of the business. So it's actually going to just produce for you naturally. And once you allow that to happen, it allows you to concentrate on going after your success. And this is where I think you're getting a reinvigoration of why you started this career path, why you started this business, why you started this project. It's almost, you're getting a reinitiation of that fire, with that cardinal fire that is within you. And that cardinal water, it's emotionally driven as well, connecting with other people. Let's just see what's going on your past self. Everything's playing into the eight of Pentacles here. You seem to be bringing a lot into your life from the outside world. I think here is like, I think you've learned a lot in the past. You've learned a lot in the past. Therefore, you should start applying that knowledge within your career path or within your business, and using that knowledge that you have to get to where you want to be going. Look at that, very progressional as well. Get the Seven of Wands. There's only one major arcana at the moment on the table here. It's all about getting on and doing. And that Seven of Wands is a revelation to you, where it's revealing to you from your past the pathway that you should be going on. And it's built upon the Six of Wands. And now that's reinitiating within you, and reinitiating that sort of passion, that fire to live and to really get the best out of life. In the future self, this plays into this Eight of Pentacles as well. This is really, you're bringing a lot into your life. There seems to be a lot going on the financial sort of thing. Let me just see. No, it's you are creating your own success here. This is where you have complete and utter control over your destiny in regard of your success for your career, your business, or your projects. If you're looking for a job, you have the possibilities within you. It's just a case of going and getting it and having that determination to go and get it. Patience with yourself. I think possibly patience where you're umming and ahhing something. Maybe, I don't, it doesn't feel like it's umming and ahhing, but it's a case of maybe this success here because you're building it. And, yeah, I get it now. Okay, so we were talking earlier on. I was talking earlier on about how the energies are very consistent and don't get ahead of yourself. That's where the patience got to be in. Because all of this is fire energy. This is beautiful energy for you, especially with that Ace of Wands there. But in your future, if you really want your future success to be had, just make sure you don't go faster than the music. Make sure you keep yourself in good time with the environment that is around you, the energy that is around you. I think it's really important for you to have this in mind that, it's like the energy that's coming in sets the speed limit of your car. And if you've got your foot, you're going up and you go up to like 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour, that's the speed limit. And once you hit 80, you can push the accelerator as much as you like. You're not going to go any faster than 80. But you keep, you got to be wary of not just kind of going, I wanted to go faster. You know, I think you've got to be really patient and with it all of how it comes out. I didn't get the message from that part there. I do apologise. You get the Two of Pentacles. It is seeing what's working here for you. What this is doing here with the you engaging in your future and really that revelation of you putting your passions into your career path or your job or your business, and renewing that passion within you. What this Two of Pentacles is going to do is what you're hoping out of this week is to reveal to you what really works to get your career path moving forward in the direction that you so wish. And that's what you've got to be concentrated on. Here you have the patient. She's like pouring water from one cup to another. And here on the Two of Pentacles, he's swirling these two pentacles around him to see which one is working and which one doesn't work. And I think this is, for you, a very important week for your success to playing on that rhythm there and note, you know, having a bit of wisdom within you to sort of say, whoa, slow down, hang on a sec. Rather than constantly going after a client saying, got to send another email, got to phone them. You know, maybe it's a case of just sort of like sending one, being patient, waiting, and then having the follow-up call, rather than just trying to really push too quickly. Let's just see what's going on with the influences, with the outside world, with the Light Seers card. On your overall energy, on your relationship side, you got the Emperor. You basically having control over your environment. It takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of organization, as it were. But you have complete and utter control here. It's you who's deciding what you engage in and what you don't engage in. And that's when you can avoid those sort of like complications and so forth. And if you do, you get the Seven of Wands again. It's all about the sixes, 5, 6, and 7s here for you, I think. That's the big feeling I get out of it. You get the Seven of Wands. You've got to be strong and true to yourself. That's what the Emperor card's all about. Trust your inner feelings in regards to whether you should go out socializing with certain people and so forth, whether you should accept a sort of offering of love or whatever. You know, I think it's got to be really true to you. And look at that, 6 of Wands as well. 6 and 7 of Wands on the financial side. Now you've got the 6 and 7 of Wands on your relationship side. That comes out with that. The success will depend upon you not getting involved in things that you know within your own heart you're only going to be disappointed in the long run. So once you know that within you, that's when you can really change and, you know, turn things on its head. In your past self with the 6 of Pentacles, you get the 5 of Wands. 5, 6, 7. That's what it's all about. Stop that conflict. You don't need to fight. You don't need to defend yourself. And that's what the 7 of Wands is all about. The realization, the strength that this person has within her, you know, that solar plexus there, because there is that one trying to sort of burst her bubble. And that's what the annoying things, the annoying people around you, she's not paying mind to it. She's just sort of like going on with her own path, onto her own success. And you can have your own success if you just allow yourself to not get involved in any sort of conflict. And that is what's coming out in your relationship side. That is what's coming out. It's you who can get it, Aries, if you so desire. If you stay true to your inner feelings, what you're going to do is you're going to come out the other side into a whole new paradigm, into a whole new world. And all of a sudden, you're only going to have the quality relationships around you. So this is a really good way here at the moment to for you to see clearly within your relationships what is good for you. Is there one card that's back to front? I keep getting glimpses of a card back to front. Well, no, it's not. Okay. With the 9 of Wands, these are your healthy boundaries of not getting involved in a conflict, is going on and fulfilling your pathway, planting those seeds of your happy tomorrow, basically. And the Knight of Pentacles is very methodical about it. And there's no fireworks, there's no shooting stars in this sort of week here. This week here is being very, consistent more than anything else within life. Let's just have a look what's going on your financial side. Ten of Swords. Seeing what works. Your success will depend upon it. And I think maybe there's certain things that you need to let go of possibly within you. And maybe it's an aspect of you being very demanding upon yourself. Maybe that's an aspect that you need to be a little bit more sort of patient with yourself. And as I said earlier on, it's all to do with timing as well. It's all to do with your timing of things. So I think timing is really important. Your success, going after your success. Look at that. With the Six of Wands, you get the Ace of Pentacles. And this is basically ties into that. You're working out which pentacle is worth investing in. And it's on your karmic path to follow that. But follow that with a rhythm that is very consistent. And do not get, sidetracked and, pulled out. This is it. Once you do that, once you start working on that sort of your future, you're going to have those healthy boundaries here. So you can then be very passionate about what your success. And I think that's a good idea for you this week, especially with all that air energy. You can use that air energy to mentally stimulate you to get towards your success, to keep on that goal. And from your past and the Seven of Wands, revealing to you that when you are working on your plan, when you stick to it and you don't get sidetracked, I think that's going to make you feel that, yes, what I've done in the past will be able to convert my emotions into reality, into that Ace of Pentacles, into that success of the Six of Wands, by being very calm about your future, which sometimes can be difficult for Aries. I've got a lot of Aries around me. I know what they're like. You can't hide. With the patience here, this is like seeing things differently. This is exactly it again. Having those healthy boundaries, seeing things differently, being patient about your future, seeing things that sometimes less, as I said about the emails and the telephone calls of phoning that client and what have you constantly, less will bring you more, I think, in this sort of situation within your financial world. And being patient about it is really important. With the Two of Pentacles, you get the Six of Cups. Okay, so looking and seeing what's worked. So if you're looking to seeing what works, you'll be seeing on your journey of where you've been coming on your career path and on your business, whatever you're doing, you're going to see aspects of it that are working for you. And once you see those aspects of it, that's when you really start applying yourself. And that's when what you should not be distracted from more than anything else as you go forward. It bodes for a very beautiful future, but there is a lot of preparation that's going on at the moment, and it seems to be trying your emotions, maybe tried a little bit according to your passions, certainly on your relationship side, but also on your financial side as well, getting things done, basically. Yes, so there you go, Aries. Thanking you very much. I hope you enjoy the new format. Don't forget about the energy updates. If you want to know about what's going on with the energies, how it's affecting your elements, how it's affecting the earth, the messages from the earth, the chakra sequencing, have a look at that. It gives us a real heads up of how to really sort of streamline our sort of energies. Thank you very much for all the support you show this channel. Very much appreciated. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.